What's up, everybody? Welcome back to On the Warpath. It's Sanchez 405. If you're new, make sure you click that subscribe button. Hit the bell so you get notifications anytime there's new content posted. And as always, like, comment, and share this video out. Because you know what we do here, family. We're talking Washington football team all the time. And today we're continuing the Warpath Review series, previewing the position groups going into training camp for the Washington football team. And today we focus on the bell cows, the running backs, a group that really, if you look at it, they weren't utilized to their maximum potential. This was a group that was 25th in attempts, 26th in yards, and also 28th in yards per attempt. And if we even talk about this, we think about it. I'm going to channel Sophia from the Golden Girls. Picture it. Summer 2020, Ashburn. When you had Darius Geis, Adrian Peterson. Oh my goodness, we thought these guys were going to be the running backs to headline the 2020 season. Not so fast, says Ron Rivera. Bye, Darius Geis. You got arrested for domestic violence. See you later. Adrian Peterson, you can go on up to Detroit. Go with the old 4 cars and be your own Model T up there. And we were left with J.D. McKissic, Antonio Gibson, and Peyton Barber. Bryce Love, what's Love got to do with it either which way? So this group is headlined by a guy who had to learn how to play running back in the NFL, who played a lot of wide receiver and running back at Memphis. He was a dual threat. He's position flex. It's Antonio Gibson, number 24, the guy with the grill, the cowboy griller himself. And look at this, almost 800 yards on 170 carries, 11 touchdowns. He is the first Washington running back to have double-digit rushing touchdown since Al Morris did it back in 2012 in his rookie season. So something about these rookie running backs. I'm not sure what it is or what's in the water, but we saw this guy in 14 games. He missed 2 due to the turf toe injury. He had a little pep in his step against Carolina, but kind of dwindled off against Philadelphia and was non-existent pretty much against Tampa Bay. He started 10 of those games last year, and J.D. McKissic, who we'll get to in a minute, started early on. He was the depth chart starter. He was ranked 14th by Pro Football Focus in running backs. He had a grade of 78.60 Gibson, and this kid, what can you say? Say he was a cowboy killer. His 200-yard games came against Dallas. The first one, he rushed for 128 yards on 20 carries and got to the apartment one time in the 25-3 dismantling of the Cowboys. Oh, but it's deja vu all over again. He ran for less yards on Thanksgiving, 115 on 20 carries, and just got mentioned with Randy Moss as he was tied for the most touchdowns by a rookie on Thanksgiving. Had 3. Had the hat trick. Threw up the gloves. He even grilled him again. Grilled Gibson. He also used his receiving. He didn't score a touchdown in the air, but he caught 36 balls for 247 yards. Guy was second on the team in all-purpose yards with 1,042. And he had 20 broken tackles. That was number 1 on the team last year, and over 340 yards after contact. Antonio Gibson, highly impressive. He had a target in the air in 13 of his 14 games. Only game that he didn't have it was when he went out early against Pittsburgh. And he caught a ball in 12 out of 14 games that he appeared in. So the guy is a versatile back. Love this dual threat. Could possibly, there are rumors he said he could be Washington's version of Christian McCaffrey. We don't know. We'll see. But also, you had a guy who had a career year in his backup, J.D. McKissic, number 41, 85 rushes, 365 yards. He went around the world, had 1 touchdown. Also, he had 80 receptions for 589 yards, 2 touchdowns there. All his touchdowns came in losing efforts. And, I mean, what can you say? The guy was third on the team in targets. He had 110 targets and was second in receptions with those 80 receptions there. Pro Football Focus graded him out at 62.9 for running backs, and that was good for 58th on there as well. He was third on the team in all-purpose yards with 954. Another interesting thing about J.D. McKissic, he was good in the short game. He was third most targets had third most targets in the red zone there, and then he had the third most snaps played on offense, and that was behind Logan Thomas and Terry McLaurin, I do believe there. So you have a guy, dual threat, who was a former wide receiver, converted over to running back when he came into the league with Seattle. He's with Detroit, came here, had his best year, had a banner year. Peyton Barber, you talk about him. Peyton Barber was the short yardage back. He had 4 touchdowns last year. 3 of them came in winning efforts. 2 came in week 1 against Philadelphia, and he had a rushing touchdown against Pittsburgh up there on that great night where we upset them. Well, it wasn't a night. We would say Monday night. No, we'll say Monday happy hour football, right? Because you were getting drinks. You would still be able to get the drink specials there. Not that I'm condoning that. 94 carries, 258 yards there, 4 touchdowns, and he only averaged about 2.7 yards per carry. You also had Lamar Miller, who did not appear in a game last year. They signed him late, and he has over 5,000 yards, 32 touchdowns, 4.3 yards for his career per carry. I don't think he's going to be a factor there. Jonathan Williams as well is coming back, number 38. Don't really see much out of him, but the most interesting one, I think, is the undrafted rookie himself from Buffalo, Jaret Patterson, the local kid, had over 3,300 yards on the ground at Buffalo. That's he averaged 6.1 yards per carry, 52 touchdowns. He tied an NCAA record for 8 touchdowns in a single contest back in 2019. A lot of these records he had the most rushing yards in a single game for a Buffalo running back with 409. Also, he was a fantastic 409 that day. Spray it out. Don't bleach it. Clean it. Some good stuff that'll work. That's not an ad. I'm just saying. 799 yards as well. That was a single season high career for anybody. No person that ever ran for that many touchdowns. Also 19 for him there. So this running back room is very interesting. I think that you're going to see more of the same. The biggest question that have to be answered is, what is Antonio Gibson's health? And who is going to spell him? Are you going to use Jaret Patterson if he makes the team, which a lot of us think he will make the team? Is it J.D. McKissic? We saw that J.D. McKissic is a good backup, but he's a passing back more than anything. That just shows you right there, 589 yards on the ground. And you talk about Antonio Gibson's production. He reached the end zone in 8 games. 8 of his 14 appearances he reached. That's more than half. That's production you need right there. I like the fact that you bring in Jaret Patterson. Maybe he can be somebody like a Ray Rice, a little small back that can come in there and have some power to him. He did miss the bowl game due to some knee injuries that Buffalo played in, but for the most part, there's some optimism here. But you go down from Antonio Gibson, and there's a big drop off. You've got to have somebody that can match half of what Antonio Gibson does. And if you do, you're going to be all right. If not, you may have some trouble there. Who's going to be it? What are they going to do? What's your contingency plan if that toe's not right? Those are the questions that need to be answered. Who do you think is going to make this roster, y'all? Is it going to be the same 3 that we had and maybe Jaret Patterson? Does Peyton Barber make the roster this year? Will he not? Who knows? It's going to be interesting to see with preseason right around the corner, and can't wait to see these guys go at it and compete, because it's something that we missed last year. But y'all, I love you guys. I appreciate everything you're doing to help this channel grow. And as always, don't forget to keep the same energy. Slap a table once in a while, right? And don't forget to outlast the bastards. I'm Sanchez 405. Love, peace, and hell. Till next time, I'm out.